Hello, Gemini. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well. Gemini, let's see what your energies are like right now so you can use them to your advantage and be able to see a situation from a new point of view. This reading is general. Take what resonates with you and don't discard the message. And it applies to all those who have their sun, rising, moon, or Venus in the sign of Gemini. Gemini, if you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. If you want, you can follow me on my other TikTok accounts and on Instagram, where I will be uploading new content. Let's channel a message for the sign of Gemini then. Let's see. This starts with the Five of Cups. We have the Tower. We have the Magician. Wow, Four of Pentacles. There's no doubt, Gemini, that you're going through a pretty intense time these days, right? I can feel that inner upheaval. This also has to do with your past, right? With what is gone, in some cases with what has been lost, and with what is also leaving. It could be your old personality, in some cases a relationship, a bond. But I feel it very much on a personal level, you know? Even though this situation seems tough, seems intense, each of you could be going through a different situation, right? Like, wow, I didn't expect this. It's like I didn't see this situation coming. It came from outside. It surprised me. Honestly, for example, right? If this has to do with a person who has left, a person who has distanced themselves, who has left the end of a relationship, or something that has broken on an emotional level, that could also be the case, right? That caused a lot of internal turmoil. You've had a strong revelation. The energy speaks to us of an evolution. You are going through a super deep emotional change. It feels like a shakeup of your emotions. But I also feel it as an emotional release and like a cleansing. If you feel that a lot of things in your life are being cleansed these days, and when I say cleanse, I mean purify. Relationships, connections, situations at work or financially, this could also be the case. Something on a personal level, right? With your old personality too, right? This is part of a final process you're going through. Even though at first your eyes and your attention are very focused on what has gone, or on what you've let go of, or on what you've detached from. Because I feel like there's a forced detachment here. It's as if life told you this isn't needed anymore. Release your attachment to this and let it go. Why? Because something else is waiting for you. Something new is waiting for you. That's why I'm mentioning evolution here. What is leaving right now is the cleansing, which is making room for what's about to begin and what you're about to start. A new beginning is approaching in your life. Sorry, the camera is in the right position now. Excuse me. A beginning is coming into your life. A beginning that will wake you up. I feel like this is something magical. This is power, personal power, spiritual power. I feel that many Geminis are about to start a new life, to create a new reality, physically, emotionally, at work, and in their love life. To realize that you have everything, absolutely everything in your favor, so you can make that change in your reality and live in a new way as that new version of Gemini. From a conscious Gemini, a Gemini with wisdom. There's also a lot of intelligence here, a lot of cleverness, knowing how to handle situations. of brilliance, of enlightenment, but above all of creation. And this is a beginning. A beginning is coming. That's why we said, what is lost, what is broken, what is left behind in your life, it's clearing room for something better ahead. What is the challenge here with the issue of what's breaking apart? What is the structure that's breaking apart? The issue of attachment. It's the challenge that's showing up. The resistance to letting go. The resistance to what needs to change in your life. Because change comes suddenly and tells you, let this go. Gemini says this, let it go. Open your hands, set it free. We're going to create a new stability, something much greater, something magnificent. Much bigger than what you thought, than what you had. That's why it isn't. Holding on to that past, it doesn't make sense anymore. There may be a tendency to hold on. Yes, that's why I say it's the challenge. Between these energies, knowing how to let go. What has been broken? It's like when something breaks in your house, some object. Yes, it has, somewhere around there. Well, it was hard for me to buy it. It's kind of expensive, and it broke. An appliance broke on you, a decoration, a valuable object, or something that even had a family story behind it, an emotional story. And that, I feel that what breaks moves you, right? It stirs up feelings. And there can be that tendency to hold on. Well, it broke, but I still keep it. I keep it, holding on, right? I keep it. I keep holding on, even though it's broken. I don't let it go because of the emotional burden. But anyway, they always say, if something breaks, you have to let it go. For a reason, it broke. Too much strain, too much tension. Maybe something new wants to enter your life, which is why that broke. The same happens in a relationship. A relationship that maybe isn't working and reaches the point of breaking. That tendency to keep holding on to that person. What's new is just around the corner.
Gemini, ¿eh? Vamos a ver.
What else do we have? General energy and available. Gemini. Let's see, you have the Ace of Wands here. You'll also get the Four of Pentacles. Man, wow, Five of Swords. A lot of energy around beginnings, you see. That's why we're talking about an imminent new beginning in your life. This is starting a new life, starting to take action, move, express yourself, try things, experiment. Starting to move forward on a new path, to begin a new journey. New things, new experiences are waiting for you. That's why it makes sense now, right? This is what had to go from your life. You've made space. But that theme is still very strong. Attachment, resistance. I feel like certain situations are kind of pushing you out of your comfort zone. To get out of the established boundaries where you had created stability. So the challenge is there in knowing how to let go. In stopping yourself from clinging to what's stable, to what's familiar, to the past. In knowing what detachment means and liberation. And making space and opening yourself up to the new things that want to come into your life. Let the energy flow. Don't block it with this attachment. Allow the new to come in. Allow the new to arrive. Let new opportunities appear. Let new people come as well. Okay? Don't withdraw in the face of change. Don't close yourself off to change. Now.
Ahora,
I feel like this is a new beginning. Pay attention, because what I also see is that there's a before and after. It has to do with relationships. If there's someone who distances themselves because they feel you're different, changed, not the same. I see here a Gemini who is very different on a personal level. You're becoming a different person. Maybe in the eyes of others, much more erratic. Like, hey, Gemini wasn't like that. Gemini didn't behave this way. He's doing what he thinks is right. Because there's a lot of that energy, right? Like, I believe in myself. I believe in my potential. I connected with my power and I express myself and I'm true to myself. I mean, we're talking about freeing yourself. Yes, it's true that there are people here who are going to step away, who are going to make the decision to leave. That's why I say, don't hold on to anyone who wants to leave. Don't hold on to anyone who wants to leave. Sometimes accepting this can be complicated. It depends on the type of bond, the relationship you have with that person, whether it's a friendship, a family member, or a romantic relationship. Of course, there are also different degrees when it comes to letting go, but it's an energy that tells us that with certain people, things are happening, or with a certain person, a gap is opening up. A gap of energies of different distinct frequencies. Or it's going off to one side and these people were maybe on another. Let's see what else we have. Gemini. General energy. Available. Let's pull 3 more cards here. You have the Devil here, the Queen of Swords, and the 6 of Swords, the Lovers. Well, Gemini, there's good energy here because I see that you've made the decision to cut those attachments. You see how we talk so much about attachment to what's familiar, to what's known, the chains that were limiting you here, that were weighing you down and dragging along with your past, with a person from your past. That is to say, that person or that energy, I've realized it no longer has any power over me. The topic of the bond is very intense, the relationship that you let go of or walk away from. And I feel like here you've chosen to rationalize the situation, not let yourself be carried away so much by emotion. And I feel like you've also put yourself first here. You've prioritized yourself. You've made a choice. I mean, my horizons have opened up. I've realized that I don't belong there anymore. I'm no longer the person I used to be in that place. I've stood firm in my decision to break away from that attachment, from what isn't helping me, from what isn't good for me, from what is stagnating my energy. And yes, I've decided to move forward into a completely new, different territory, to explore a new life full of new surprises, opportunities, and people and experiences, okay? So right now, Gemini, you're going through a turning point in your life. The ending is very intense and very deep. The process of detachment and release is powerful, but the beginning is already here. Your new life has arrived. Let's see what the Oracle has for you, Gemini, your guidance or message. This is the Oracle, Egyptian Oracle. Let's see. Gemini, resentment is still here. Pay attention to this. It's card 53. You have Saturn, card 8. I feel like it's a guiding energy. It's a card that tells us how you're managing your impulses and your instincts. And if there's any situation that's causing resentment, try to control your reaction with that Saturn energy. Don't let certain situations get you out of control or control you. You are the one who has the power to control the situations that happen around you, whether it's with other people. If you find out about something, if you have to let go, if you have to make a clean break, resentment is useless, right? It's like holding a burning coal in your hand. We always end up burning ourselves, so the idea is to let it go. We talk a lot about letting go. Letting go of resentment is very healthy for you. Release it. Gemini, this is what we've seen for all of you. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you here next time.